Hey guys, what is up? The Newcubist here. I've got a really cool build for you guys today. I'm going to show you how to build it block by block, step by step. Every single thing you see here, I'm going to show you how to build. It's really cool. I'm not the best at underwater homes, but this one turned out much better than I thought. It's got a ton of stuff. Let's actually head inside real quick. I'll give you another quick little cinematic clip of it underwater, and I'll stop talking so you can witness the beautiful sounds. But yeah, let's head inside. Alright, let's get inside this. So from the outside, you probably couldn't tell it has a full farm. This is a potato farm, for instance. Got storage down here and everything. Chests even open. It's a really cool area to be. And then up here, we have the second floor, which is really cool. Okay, we got 2 beds for 2 players. We've got netherwork growery, tons of chest storage, furnaces, everything you could need for survival. And plus, it just looks really cool. And it's kind of fun being underwater, I think. I think that this base turned out amazingly. But if you guys want to find out how to build it, stick around and I'll show you. Let's get started. Alright, so for your underwater house, you're going to need the materials found in my hotbar below, and we're going to start off by basically making a base. So it freaked me out when I realized that you could use blocks like these underwater now, but it really just makes things a lot better for me. So we placed 2 cobblestone blocks with walls on top with a 1, 2, 3, 4 block space in between. Again, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, place another one and another wall, then just complete your perfect square by doing the same thing here. And you should end up with a base like this. I know it's a little hard to see, but it's just 4 block space in between them all. And then diagonally, I guess if you wanted to test it, it'd be 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well. So now that we have that, we're actually going to start by building the base of the build. So we're going to be using this terracotta. I'm not really sure why I chose this, but it's just a block that sort of contrasts underwater, and I think it looks really cool. Now it is nice, of course, that we can actually build like things like this now. It makes it a lot easier to build underwater, I think, just because you could do stuff like this, and it doesn't look like it's just not there. So we're just gonna line these bottom sort of supports here with some stairs like this, just to make it look like it's supported, because when you're underwater, I don't really think you're gonna want to have your build looking a little crazy with no support, because, well, it's underwater, there's probably a current. Now if you wanted to, you can replace some of these with these mossy. You're probably not going to see it too much, but if you just wanted to do something like that, I really wouldn't blame you. But yeah, we're just going to build the base of the build. We're just going to fill in all of this with this red terracotta. It'll end up being most of our floor material, but as you can see, we have a nice base for a build so far. Now you're going to take this cobblestone, and well, I didn't make it too wide. Let me think. Okay, so I was thinking we're actually going to take stone brick, okay? We're going to build it up right here, and I'm not going to disclose the amount we're going to build it up yet because I don't know. But so far it's 4 blocks above the red. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes it 7. So we're just going to build it up 7 blocks high for now. And we're going to build it right where these stair blocks sort of intersect like this, right in the corner there. And we're just going to build them all the way up. And I know you guys wanted to see some underwater builds, so I'm trying to get something out for you guys. Something that looks cool, okay? I wasn't trying to build something, and I built something like this. I say I haven't built it before. I have, but I like to change things as I build them for a tutorial. Now, the same sort of thing can be done for this, okay? Now, it's going to make the base look like it has a lot of texture, and that's good. I just want to add these same sort of supports, but with a different material. It's also going to give your build a little bit of that depth that you're ever so desiring underwater, since you can finally actually do stuff like this, which I love. I love that they finally did that. They listened to people, and it just makes me happy that I can connect things underwater without them looking all weird. Because used to, they looked really weird, right? It looked just strange if you tried to build underwater because you couldn't do anything. But this red, we're just going to build it up. We're just going to keep that framing there, and we're going to build these up all the way, just like this. Now, of course, some of them I'm sure are eventually going to be another material, but we want to fill in this red block here. And now, I've never really used red in a building, but it's kind of a nice block to sort of change up your palette, right? Because red, and I do love the underwater noises. Let's just take a moment. Let's watch some fish. I just love the underwater noises, guys. I think they look great. But yeah, we're just going to build all of this right here. And now, from the outside, it looks pretty cool, okay? It's underwater, so you're not going to see too much of it. But if you wanted to, you could take sea lanterns or glowstone. Either material is going to work perfectly for this. But if you wanted to, you could light up, oh, if we could get in there, you could light up like these blocks right here. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, you could put something like an iron trap door over it now, underwater. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. So you could just fill in all these little spaces right here. I'm not sure if I've decided to go under there or not for the build yet. I'm not sure. We'll just have to feel it out as we go. But so far, I think we've ended up with quite a cool shape, honestly. I think it looks pretty awesome. But yeah, for instance, like if you wanted to put a sea lantern there, you totally could. But actually, never mind. Scratch that. Don't put a sea lantern right there. But right here, okay? We're going to put some walls to connect these right where they... Not on the corners here. Not like right there. Well, yeah, not on the corners. We're just gonna put them on these sides here, so we don't have that double exposed, and it just adds some nice texture. So let's come in here. You're probably wondering, Neo, come on. I'm tired of looking at all these squiggly blocks because my shaders makes all the blocks look all squiggly. So let's actually build the roof. We're just gonna build it just how you'd think a roof would be. It's just, of course, it's not going over like that. It's just touching diagonal on all sides. We're just gonna fill this up. We're gonna grab some sponges. If you're in survival, you might have to use sand or something if you don't have access to the sponge. But let's grab the sponge and let's see if we can quickly get this all ironed out. Okay, awesome. And then let's grab some torches because we're gonna need torches on the inside. We can finally get rid of this. Oh, I see the dilemma. There we go. Let's put some torches in the corner. Okay. Now, of course, we're not done because there has to be in an underwater build like this. You gotta have lots of windows. Okay, you cannot just because you're underwater and you're gonna want to see stuff. It's not like you're building above ground where if you don't have windows, it's like, okay, well, I'm not looking at this field I've built my house in. But if you're doing it in an underwater house, you're like, oh, well, I'm not looking at this giant ocean that I literally designed this house to be in. I'm not looking at it, which is, that's just kind of dumb, in my opinion. But yeah, look at that. Now you can sort of see around underwater and it looks cool. You could even go as far as to putting maybe some in the corner here. Now, I'm not one... I'm not one for stained glass, but in this case, I think maybe some red stained glass would look totally killer in the corners here, just because it matches the floor block, right? And it does look cool, and we have that red sort of everywhere, which is always nice. I think that looks pretty cool so far. And you guys are also probably thinking, Neo, you're so stupid. You didn't even build a way to get in and out of the house. How am I supposed to build it? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. So what I'm thinking is a ladder that is underground most of the time, and just leads up to this. So I've just sort of devised a method here in my head. We're gonna take this same red material, we're just gonna bring it down, and we're just gonna add a ladder, okay? Now ladders don't appear to block water anymore, which is interesting. I thought they would, but they don't, and that's okay. We're just gonna fill in this area right here, and then we're going to have to, see, that's funny, ladders don't do that anymore. It makes sense. I never really got why they took up a full, like, air block, but at the same time, whatever. So what I would recommend doing is, and you can make this ladder look pretty, but honestly, I would just go underground like this with a ladder and then just dig somewhere over to where you're for sure gonna be. Like here, I'll just do it on camera, something I don't normally do. So I'm pretty sure like above here is gonna be ground, so we'll just dig straight up. And a cool way, we weren't close enough. We weren't close enough at all. We're flooded, guys. We're done. Just kidding, we're not done. Let's go back up here and let's put, well, actually, we'll just put that block. But what I was trying to say is you want to dig far enough over, so I know how much to dig over now. So we have to dig over a good bit, but I mean, you're living underwater and you won't have to like go to this very often. But let's say like right now. Okay, so now if we dig up, it should just be land, and then you can build a ladder down from this. And see, look, we're on land. So your house is down there, okay? You built a long ladder down here, like this, and then you'd just walk all the way over here. I'm flying. And then you'd go up into your base. So something like that. And that's honestly a very easy way to do it, and it's probably going to be the easiest method. I'm sure you could devise other ways, like setting your bed spawn here and then killing yourself every time with an ender chest or something, but let's not go as far as to doing that just quite yet. But coming under here, it gave me some inspiration, right? Because we're underwater, so that means we have a lot of water source blocks. And that also means that, well, to be quite frank, we have a lot of water source blocks. So we could do something pretty cool as far as a farm goes under here. I'm not exactly sure how to go about it yet, but let's come under here. And of course, that's not going to... Oh, well, I kind of stopped the water just for now. I'm sure that won't really last. But let's go ahead and just fill in the area above these with just some glass. It'll also help make everything look a little bit more even. And then maybe a glass block right there and right there, just to sort of seal everything off. I don't think water can get in anywhere else. Let's grab a sponge, and let's place that in here. Yeah, okay, so it's sealed off. And then from the outside, which we can, well, we can get to the outside from here. Just gotta put it back. From the outside, it doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks really good. It just makes it look like it has a little bit more texture, and that's okay. You're not going to be looking at the outside of the build too much, so you don't want to worry about it when you're underwater. But at the same time, you don't want it looking too shabby because, well, you don't want it looking too bad because what if your friends are swimming around and they say, ha ha, look at your house, looks like poop. You don't want that. That's embarrassing. So you want to take some dirt. You should have a lot of dirt if you've played Minecraft for a while, so it shouldn't be a hard material to grab. I'm just going to extend this down because my OCD is getting on to me here. And then maybe with this ladder extend this red block down. Well, like this. And let's just make it look a little bit better. At least to where I can see it. And so it doesn't look like it's just random materials. But yeah, okay. So we're going to dig out this entire area right here. Just like this. Everywhere there's like cobblestone, just put cobblestone under it. Like there's sand there, you want to just put cobblestone. I don't know why I didn't put cobblestone there. But yeah, something like this. So you're going to have a 3 high ceiling, which is nice. And I'm just going to put dirt in here. Now I'm going to experiment for a second because there's a lot of water near here. But will it stay tilled if it's all cut off like this? I'm not really sure. So let's just go ahead and till this entire area. And then let's just see if it just disappears or not. Okay, so that one's getting, because this is 4, I don't know if it does it in a 4x4 area. Well, I think that one just broke, so I don't think it will. But yeah, that did get me thinking. We are going to need some torches in here, and it's going to be tricky, okay? Because to get torches on glass, well, it's not really possible. But I have optimism here. We're going to place, well, see, those blocks you won't be able to see down anymore, so we'll have to put those as normal blocks. But we could definitely just put torches, like, right there. No. And that'll actually be really nice. That block can turn back into glass right there. And then, well, you can't put it on there. But this block can be back to glass. So now, okay, so it's not really working too well, which is fine. I kind of honestly expected that. All you have to do really is put water right there and then put a piece of dirt. And that's going to go out 4 this way. And that should actually keep everything tilled. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. We're going to come back up here for a second and fix a little issue I made. So you're not going to be able to see those blocks, and that's fine. That's okay. But I do want to take the red stained glass. And why do I have it on my oh, no, that is in my normal inventory. I thought it was on my other hand for a second. But then I thought, well, I guess I'd see it. So the middle block's right here. It's going to be the middle of your build. So it doesn't look too bad. Like the floor, you can sort of see down there. Let's come down here. Okay, so everything looks like it's not just disappearing, which is good. I also want to make sure if you fall from this, is it just going to continuously break this block? I think it will. So we'll just leave this block as it is. Or if you sort of wanted to, you could just put a chest here. And I think that's going to make everything a little bit easier. But at the same time, nah, let's stick with something other material. Just something red there maybe. But yeah, let's grab some potatoes. People said they want a potato farm, so we can do potatoes for sure. They're an easy crop to grow and they're pretty efficient, I think at least. Now I was trying to think if I could fit a chest in here anywhere, and there's actually a couple of places you could like slap a chest and it would work perfectly. For instance, you could put 2 chests right here. Okay. You just have to put that sand, or well, you have to make sure they're below a stair. But I was saying that if they had sand above it too, I think it would still open. But yeah, now you have well, there we go, perfect. Now we got a bunch of space for chests, which is cool. I don't like how this is exposed, but at the same time, I think I can deal with it in an underwater build. You just have to be a little less strict underwater, because you can't, like if I wanted to make this wall bigger, you really can't. You have to stick to the confines of what you've created. I don't know, it feels really open in here. You could definitely tell it's underwater. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. So that's the farm area. That's looking pretty snazzy. So let's just put a crafting table. I don't know why you'd need one necessarily, but I think it'd fit best in that block. That way you can't see the water. So yeah, let's come up here and design the upstairs. So if you're playing survival, you're going to need a lot of chest storage, okay? And somehow you can do this now. I'm not going to question it, but that means that we can make an entire wall of chests. You're not going to need more chests than that, I promise you. I mean, you maybe need more chests than that, but if you do, you might want to ask yourself, why do I need this many chests? And then you can throw some stuff away. We're just going to put some stairs there, and then we're going to take some pots and just make it look nice and pretty. And we can even put a painting on the wall behind it, which will be pretty cool. I'm just going to use blue orchids, because not a build of the Neo-Cubist unless it's got those blue orchids. And let me make sure the paintings, yeah, the paintings are going to do that. So we're just going to put 2 blocks there to prevent that. And there we go. And then we won't need to do that over there. Oh, we can't have the same painting. Come on, there we go. Same subject, different angle. Actually, what is that? Someone let me know in the comments. Is that supposed to be like an elf? Or not an elf, like a jester? What are the things called? The things that make people laugh in the kingdom? I can't remember the name. But yeah, let me know in the comments what that is, because I really don't remember. But on this wall right here, we're just going to do double beds. So you could have 2 friends sleeping in here, no problems. You may want to take some spruce trapdoors, and you may want to line the top block, just like that. And that's going to mean that you can fit a lot of things up here. So for instance, we could put an ender chest. Oh, an ender chest. You could put an anvil, okay? We're trying to make this as compact as possible, because otherwise you're not going to be able to fit much in here. And you could even have 2 furnaces up there if you wanted. And if you wanted it, well, it's already gonna be pretty sparse as far as sleeping spaces go. And you got all, if this were to fall on your head like an anvil and 2 furnaces, maybe not full blocks like that. Maybe we'll just put those right there. That's a little better. Let's not put those up there. But what's something else you could put up there? Well, of course you could put a cacti up there. Good thinking. Good thinking. That always works. There we go. Now hear me out. Let's say you had scuba gear with like some underwater sort of enchantments on it. You could put it up here, the way you always have a place, and it fits up there. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, I don't know. That's actually kind of sweet. Let me think. What else could we really put in here? Because there's not a whole lot of room, right? I mean, there's really not. You could, and this is funny that I'm even considering this, but you could put, you know, one of these netherwort groweries. But at the same time, it's underwater, so like, I don't know. Actually, I think it's cool. I like fitting things like this in a build, because most people, like, they wouldn't think you could fit it. But it's just glowstone and spruce trapdoors. And then, of course, you need your netherwort. Now, as far as where to brew it, that's a good question, because I didn't really do anything. So we'll just break this in that pot, and then we'll just actually put a brewing stand up on this block right here. So we'll put the brewing stand there, and then we'll put the cauldron on the block below it. Fill it with water, ironically. And then, yeah, now we have a little brewing area there. Now, it makes me want to make this area a little bit bigger because we can, but I'm not really sure as to, like, what you'd put up here because, well, you can't fit a whole lot of stuff, like, in a build this small, but you can make it look good, guys. Even if it's small and it's survival oriented, it can still look good. I know other YouTubers might say otherwise, and I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but some people, they don't do the interiors because they are hard and they're not fun to do live because you can mess up. But at the same time, well, there's no crafting table up here. It's supposed to, I'm talking about how it's a survival build. I'm like, oh yeah, I just forgot the crafting table. No big deal, guys. No big deal. You could even go as far as to put a craft table. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to put it there. Okay. I need to calm down. That could have been really bad. We could just put 2 crafting tables there as well. It's really not going to matter what you do. Actually, I think those look pretty sweet. But yeah, this build's looking pretty cool. Let me go see it from the outside. I'm not really sure the best way to actually get to it without destroying everything on the inside. I think honestly the best way is going to be the way that I told you guys to do, like for your builds if you were to build it. So I'm going to do that real quick. There we go. Let's get underwater and let's just observe it. So is it the craziest structure in the world? No. Does it look like something that belongs underwater? Yeah, it almost looks like a scuba helmet or something with that red and the just sort of rounded shape of the roof and everything. I don't know. I think it looks pretty sweet. You know, it's funny. I accidentally cut myself off there. I don't know when I cut myself off. I mean, I actually do because I just watched the video clip. But all I did was I was just talking about, do I have any final thoughts on the video? And I also begged you guys to subscribe and like on the video. I didn't really. I try to avoid that like some YouTubers. But I added some things and they actually turned out really well. And I know the tutorial's technically over, but whatever. You can still add stuff to your build even though the video's over. What I was saying was I don't think of these things live, because normally you couldn't do them, but look, you could cap this with slabs now, and it's not going to make that hideous, like, air block around it, and that actually looks pretty sweet. And then I was saying you could add a foyer even, like this, and no, there's no rain underwater, but guys, that just looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? Like, you could even add little kelp groweries under the windows. Now, what I mean by that, Whoa, is that like a tree falling under here? But what I was saying before I got cut off is you could even do something like this, and I don't know how well this will translate underwater, like how it's gonna look. But let's give it a try, guys. Let's give it a try. Let's take some dirt. Okay. Now you're thinking right now, Neo. Actually, let's not take dirt. Let's just do slabs for this area. What I was saying is we can try to grow some of this kelp, because kelp is underwater now, and I'm quite amazed at that. Now, if you don't have kelp on what you're building this on, that's honestly okay, but I'm going to put dirt under all these windows, just like this. I think you guys have somewhat of an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to make those little, like, groweries or whatever. I hope you can see, too. Let me grab a block of glowstone real quick, and let me just throw it on my side there. Makes it a little easier to see, I hope. Let's take, let me think. Okay, I was just trying to decide between cobblestone stairs and nether, or not nether, just normal stone brick stairs, but we have enough stone brick. Now let's take some trapdoors. Now underwater, can you put a lever underwater without it making it look all weird? No, you can't. See, like that to me is just a little weird. I do love how things float, but it makes me want to go grab them. I was gonna say because we could put iron trapdoors, but I don't really think. What trapdoor would look the least weird out here? I think maybe this trapdoor right there. Yeah, that's honestly gonna look the best. My voice is going out, and I'm sorry. My voice never normally goes out, but sometimes when I talk, I haven't really drank any water today, so I might want to after talking for like 30 minutes, or I don't even know how long this video is. See, this is a good video because I just started building, and what came out was actually really beautiful. So we have either seagrass or kelp. I'm sorry about that. I know it's loud. I'm so sorry. I know that's not pleasant to listen to at all. I'm just sort of thinking here as I go. I'm doing the same sort of texturing that I do on the outside of another build, but I'm doing it underwater, and it's turning out really well. So we're just putting some upside down stairs there instead of the slabs. That way we can connect these walls in between them, and they actually look pretty cool. Is my render distance? Actually, it's fine. I think it's just lagging a little bit because I've been recording so long on my hard drive. Actually, that wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. But you could put either seagrass here, okay, or you could put kelp. I'm not really sure which one's going to look the best. I'm just going to go with kelp. I don't know if it'll grow and, like, cover your whole window, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily look bad. I'm sorry about my voice, guys. But, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool, and you could just experiment with stuff like that, and your underwater bases could look really cool. I personally think that looks pretty awesome. I'm not so sure about that thing above, but I haven't really noticed it. I mean, it just kind of fits with the whole theme of underwater just being kind of crazy. Let's go inside one final time, and I'll do the outro now. Here we go. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it and more, click that subscribe button. You get notified as soon as I upload. As long as you click that little bell down there or whatever, tap it, whatever you have to do to see my videos, do it. If you don't want to, you don't have to subscribe, of course. But if you want to leave a like, if you've watched it this far, you might as well leave me a like, and I would really, really appreciate that. If we could get 500 likes on this amazing underwater house, I would be really appreciative of that. I really hope this satisfies all of your needs for underwater homes, because you guys have been asking me a lot for them, and I don't mind. Please do give me ideas in the comment section. That really does help my channel out, because I need to know what you guys want, because otherwise I'm not going to know what to really build, because you guys, I mean, without you guys my channel would literally be nothing, because who would I be building these things for? Myself? I can't do that. But I know you guys always sometimes think of things, and if you do, it would just help me immensely if you could put it in the comment section. And if you leave a comment, I'll be sure to reply. Not going to question it, just the torch, not going to question it. But yeah, leave a like if you want, if you're curious about the shader pack, texture pack, any of that fancy stuff is going to be down in the description below. I could even, well, I'm not going to switch it, but yeah, thank you guys for watching a final time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.